All right, so this is heavenly. Those are the Sierra Nevada just under the setting sun. If you look on the northern side of the range, at least of the part of the range in view, you can see a big bank of clouds pushing up against the mountains, and they can't fall over into the eastern side of the mountains into Owens Valley because of the rain shadow effect. So you can, if you look towards the mountains and see the floofy white tops, those are clouds. Now you might also notice the water in the valley. That is Owens Lake, back from the dead. It was a lake that existed hundreds of years ago, but the city of Los Angeles drained it essentially for their own municipal use. And that was like 100 years ago. But this past winter was so wet that Owens Lake, like a lot of other lakes in the Great Basin and California, is back from the dead. And another lake that's back from the dead is Tulare Lake. That was an ancient lake that was a part of what was once a great big marsh called the Central Valley. Now it's just all farmland. But that lake is back from the dead. I think I'm going to check that out tomorrow. But this is a great view of the Sierra. And I can see Mount Whitney, and I can see the snow on the mountains. It's really fabulous. So the main way is flooded, so we're going to take a detour. It's kind of amazing how much snow is on the peaks. And it's hard to see right now, but I'm sure in the morning there'll be a better view. All right, just made it to the eastern slope of the Sierra near Lone Pine, California. Now I gotta find a camp spot. This area is a pretty well-known spot called the Alabama Hills, and still looking for a place to camp.
A few moments later.
It is just so busy here, so I'm still looking for a spot. They don't let you just camp anywhere, which is kind of different for, what about this spot? There's somebody over there. Okay, I'm still looking for a spot. It is really just a maze out here. There's so many different roads you can go down, and then you have to turn around and come back because somebody took a spot. And I don't usually come to these like Instagram-y type of spots, but this is one of those spots, and it is a Saturday at 9 p.m. So I guess I shouldn't be shocked that there's like no spaces, but I'm gonna keep driving and see if I can find a spot.
2,000 years later.
So on the bright side, the roads are very manageable, very comfortable, kind of fun to drive. And this is the main one though. This is the movie road. The view should be really great in the morning. So still looking. All right, I'm still looking for a spot, but I think, no, this is not. Okay, look at what I just came across. I'm still looking for a campsite, and this sign says, City of Los Angeles, private property, no overnight camping, campfires, or stoves. The City of Los Angeles owns this plot of land, right here at least. Probably has to do with the fact that they stole Owens Lake for their drinking water 100 years ago. We're way far away from Los Angeles. There's a pretty nice jackrabbit.
One eternity later.
All right, found a spot. This is the setup, so should be a pretty quiet night. so I woke up to a beautiful view of the Sierra Nevada. Now I'm gonna drive into town, go to McDonald's, you know, freshen up a bit and eat and drink something. And then I'll reassess the situation there. So the Alabama Hills are basically just this region of boulders and hills made up of boulders. That's where I slept last night, and you can see them in the foreground here, and they're very different when you compare them to the mountains in the background. Even if you don't want to stay overnight here, though, in the Alabama Hills, it's really cool to just drive around. I know lots of famous movies have been shot here. In fact, that's why the main road is called Movie Road. But yeah, I need to clean the windshield. So when you're driving down from the Alabama Hills into Lone Pine, or the other way around, you follow this creek. And it's loud, and it looks high. This is higher than normal, it appears to me. But this comes straight out of the Sierra Nevada. The Sierra Nevada, I think, just means snowy mountains in Spanish. And so this is cold snowmelt water, and this is what fills up the valleys and it fills up the lakes like Owens Lake and Tulare Lake, things of that nature. But I'm guessing most years this is a pretty tame creek. This year it's kind of raging whitewater. So here's a little different part of that same creek. Doesn't that look like an old mine shaft?